All righty. What is up, guys? Welcome. Truth and transparency. No warning. Just firing it live. Thank you guys for joining over here. It's the after party. If you guys did not see, me and Birdie did a live. Did you guys check it out? Did you guys enjoy? So Cammy, what's good? Mary. Thank you, Kate. Kate said it was a great live. I think it was fabulous. I didn't even realize it was already 2 hours. Like literally, I thought we were there for like 30 minutes. It was just like, phew. I could talk all day. My voice doesn't like it, but whatever. You guys, boy, are you in for a treat. Dude and dudettes. Oh, by the way, this is Sheldon's case here. Pulling it out. Yeah. Boy, you two definitely need to do more. Oh, yeah, thanks. Excuse me. Cardi B, not guilty. What? Not guilty, not liable. Who gives a shit? It's all the same. I gotta just play a Cardi B song really quick. Just get a little jam up. I'll play my favorite Cardi B song. Liable, not guilty. Who gives a fuck? Woo! Go Cardi B, badass bitch. That money hungry motherfucker wanted 24 million. 24 million. 24 million. What the fuck? I wish a motherfucker would. Sherry D coming in hot. 12. 10. 12. Sherry, thank you. Oh my God, you guys. What a day for these wild trials, man. Okay. We had a great time over there at Birdie's Live. You guys. Woo, Dustin Blaker on the hot seat. Dustin Blaker, okay? What in the world? Okay, I know he's lazy, you guys. No doubt about it. But Dustin Blaker, fuck lazy. He didn't... Like, I can't even say he's lazy. So what I did right here is I took a picture of my whiteboard and just, like, made it so you guys could see. Ann Taylor was going to royally fuck him up. And he could have potentially fucked up a lot of things for the prosecution, again, in my opinion. All right? What I mean by that is he didn't write any reports. Okay? He didn't write any reports. His first report that he wrote was December 28th of 2022. This motherfucker was literally working 16-hour days. 16-hour days. You wrote 5 reports until, like, basically right there at the tail end where you had a couple. His reports, some of them are like 2.5 years behind. I mean, this is what Karen Reed was arguing in her trial. But I want to point out what Dustin Blaker did. So this is called Blaker's bullshit. But it actually brings me to November 19th. And you guys, Dustin Blaker, let me just tell you what he was in charge of. He was the travel daddy. Okay? So Blaker, so this is a better picture of, if you see an X here, that means he didn't write a report and there's nothing. Let me just go like this. Okay. These are the first 3 weeks of the case. Blaker's at MPD. He interviews people. Then he goes to the scene. Then the next day, Blaker goes to the scene, but he doesn't write a report for doing that. 352, he goes back to MPD. He writes a report, but not until like months later on interviewing the girl from the treehouse, and interviews Eric Grauer, whatever. No report on this day. Blaker then travels to Nevada, whether it was November 15th at nighttime leaving from Boise, but he is in Nevada on the 16th to interview and be with Nevada State Police for Bethany Funk. Okay, just turn your little phone sideways. Then he flies back, and so he flies back into Boise, and he interviews Dylan Mortensen on the 17th with Gucci. Gucci, Gucci, baby. Then look at this. No report. Like, you guys, he wasn't not doing anything, just so we're clear. November 21st, he travels to Boise from Houston, so he leaves MPD, travels to Boise, drops off some evidence, picks up the sheath, not the sheath itself, but the vial for the profile, travels to Houston because that's where Othram is, and it's like the red eye. And so he goes to Othram. He's there at 3:30. Then look at this. No reports, nothing that he did on the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. Nothing on the 20th. Okay. Blaker is, wait, did I just do that? Right here, the 27th. So yeah, nothing on the 18th, 19th. Then he goes to Houston. Now nothing on the November 23rd. Yes, this is Thanksgiving, but guess what, guys? They were working through all of this. So don't say, oh, it was Thanksgiving. Okay. Blaker would have to tell people, oh, I went on Thanksgiving break, but he doesn't because he didn't. In fact, he tells people that 2 years later, oh, on November 25th, I began working with local agencies around the area trying to do stuff with this white Honda Elantra. Say what? No. There's a new body came out, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. New body came out. We'll show it. Hold on one second. Do me a favor, if you're in chat, let me know what you think. Thumbs it up, thumbs it down. There we go. Okay. So nothing. No report. On the 28th, no report. 29th, he says, I helped watch them tow the vehicles from the house. Those kind of condense into one report here. And then all the way December 1st, all the way to the 28th, no reports that he did anything on those days. Nothing. And I said, this is crazy. Like legit crazy. So then I broke it down and I said, okay, well, what did this man do? Like what happened here? And when everything kind of fell off and when he needed to go rogue was on November 19th. This is the pudding here. This is the proof. So you're going to actually read from down up here. And it's the report 158, Payne's report. He says, oh, hey, by the way, I have this thumb drive from WSU. It's a traffic stop. Here you go. Blaker had the thumb drive. Just gives it to Payne. Then report 223. Oh, hey, did I tell you? Yeah, I was looking for Elantras and yeah, I was just giving the file straight to the feds, and I don't remember when it was, but it was in the early couple weeks of the investigation. Report 266, Blaker, again, no report. Oh, I have these vehicles. They're a list of all the vehicles that we have, plus a list of everybody's vehicle that drives, like whatever it is, like they personally drive. I have that as well. But right here, Tyson Barrett outs the whole game. And on November 19th, which he waits till freaking writing a report, which is number 218, and he's like, oh yeah, on November 19th, I was tasked with working with the FBI and getting information from the Ames ticket people over there at the university, as well as, hey, Elantras, parking passes, and I was like, oh, Elantras, parking passes, like what? Like, wait, what? This was Tyson Barrett's talking about, oh yeah, and I was dealing with the FBI and So wait, Linda Lane, Maury gets here. Maury gets 1112 cameras here, lies about it, doesn't mention anything about that until the 19th. Okay. Linda Lane Vargas gets, right? Tells Payne about it, but yet guess who Vargas is working side by side with? That's Blaker's buddy. Blaker and Vargas are like boys in the hood. Promise. So Vargas here is basically Payne's bitch. Payne is the FBI's bitch, okay? And how I can literally show this is because Vargas miraculously is able to get all this shit done with the Linda Lane. Then she's miraculously on the 27th. She's able to go get the 700 block Indian Hills videos, okay? Then miraculously, Blaker has been working with Pullman and WSU, but why is Vargas the one who's going and getting the videos from Pullman from Chris Engel? Why isn't Blaker just turning over what the fuck he has? Because he's been getting the shit, because he's been working with them since November at least 25th, if not the 19th. Because we find out about an email that was sent to Dustin Blaker, not because he writes a report about it, but because we hit up Pullman and we get this Chris Engel vehicle list, MPD vehicle list. Ooh, Monday the 28th, huh? Hey, here is an updated list of vehicles that Sergeant Engel wanted you to have. This is just an updated list, which means there was a list before this. Okay? Which has everything to do with this puppy, which is the first list that was ever done. 12 cars, 12 vehicles. And the first time that they do this, boom, right there. Bryan Kohberger. Like on the 25th. 25th. Why does this all have to be hush hush? Go back to the report that Chris Engel writes up. Literally look at the date. August 14th, 2025. Are you kidding me? Right? I was like, wow, this is crazy. Well, let's see what he says right here. The FBI had just provided PPD. The FBI had just provided PPD information about persons and vehicles of interest. A vehicle of interest had been identified as a light-colored 2012 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra without a front license plate. What? They didn't know about that until after Bryan Kohberger's name, remember, was said. So this is a lie because they're trying to make it seem like this is the Bolo on 11/25. Well, they didn't know about the front license plate there. Payne had already testified to that. Lies. Woo! So, oh yeah, we were interested in this car without a front license plate. Again, lies. Which may have entered Pullman following the homicides. Do you understand if you enter Pullman following the homicides and you can't take that loop-de-loop, okay? Which means when you're actually leaving up out, see Palouse River, when you take this and it keeps going this way, it turns into Sand Road. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that there is no Elantra leaving or coming in on camera. Like that still has not been like talked about in my opinion enough. Now go to the FBI report. Look at these dates. Received this vehicle on 11/21. Received this vehicle on 11/19. Received this stuff on 12/7. Received this 11/23. I'm like, I got it. I'm like, let me tell you how this all played out. Ed Jacobson on 11/23 showed Rob Hill and Engel. Or I'm sorry, Rob Hill and Immel, the Paradise still, as well as 1125 Ridge Road still. November 23. And that's when the determination was, okay, is that this is going to be a 2011 to 2013 white Honda Elantra. One of 7 vehicles. Check this out. The submitted videos on November 23rd, 2022, you couldn't get anything off of the November 19 one. It said, nope, it's a blooming light. It's from that balcony. Nothing. November 21st, whatever they gave them, nothing. It was insufficient. Okay? Now think about this. The submitted video on November 23rd, which is Ridge Road. Yep, we're able to determine from that Ridge Road one, that's where we're getting that this is a 2011, 2013. Okay? It wasn't until on November 26th, 2022, after reviewing expanded known information. Well, what would be expanded and known? Well, that's easy. That's this on 11/25. These are the 11/25, 2022. Boom. Bryan Kohberger's white. They didn't get no WSU bullshit on the 29th. That's all fucking bullshit. That's all lies. So going back to this, the FBI, there is still no report that I've come to find where anybody's saying, hey, I picked up the Ridge Road camera footage. Hey, I picked up Paradise. Anyways. So if Dustin Blaker is the one who is dealing with Chris Engel, as you guys saw the email, let me go back. First of all, there was like 7 different chart models. Okay. Make model chart. This is number 3. Look at that. Does it look like there's a bug guard on there? No, it doesn't, does it? Anyways, this is option 3. No, that's not how the front of Bryan's is anyways. Whatever. This is chart model 3. There was 7 options. Dustin Blaker writes in a report that this is like 2 years later, a year and a half later, he's like, oh, hey, guess what I was doing? I was working with Pullman and I was working with WSU and getting videos and dealing with Elantras and then giving it straight to the FBI. I was putting nothing in reports. Awesome. Good job, Blaker. Why? Why would you ever do that? Why would that ever happen? That makes no sense. None. You would do your report and then you would give them whatever. You just make a duplicate. That's how that would work. But you would be reporting back to every day to your peeps. Right? Look at this. Defense discovery request. What's the date here? Brett Payne. August 7th, 2024. August 7th, 2024. Look at what he's asking Pullman for because he's saying he doesn't have it. Okay. All reports, videos, photographs. Hey, Penny. Over there at Pullman. Hey, Penny. I need, Penny. I need all reports, videos, photographs, notes, and communications from Pullman Police Department regarding their involvement in this case, including but not limited to all records from Sergeant Chris Engel. Chris Engel? A copy of Love's spreadsheet as referenced in Sergeant Engel's email to Pullman PD officers. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Payne? What are you talking about? You have that. You have that. He thinks that he doesn't have it, right? The fuck are you talking about? None of that's accurate. This is the Love spreadsheet. That's the Love spreadsheet. Love spreadsheet came in the same email that Dustin Blaker had on 11/25, as well as the new one and the updated one on 11/28. This is absolutely fucking insane. Again, Corporal Payne saying he doesn't have this shit. They have this stuff. He is lying. He knows he has this stuff. This is his requests. You guys see the date on here? August 7th, 2024. Email to Dustin Blaker. Chris Ingalls vehicle list that they've been working on. This is the updated one. Sergeant Blaker, here is an updated list of vehicles that Sergeant Engel wanted you to have. The first list, and then look at what this cocksucker does. I'm sorry, I'm fucking hot about this because this is ridiculous. Look at the lies. So then what he does As he writes, no reports until report 220. Report 220 on July 21st, 2023. From November 25th to December 12th, I gathered information from other police agencies around Moscow in reference to any 2012 to 2013 Hyundai Elantras. Once I gathered all of this information, I turned it over to the FBI, who was tasked with gathering all the plate information to build up a possible suspect pool. My fucking ass. That's not what you did. How I know that's not what you did? Tyson Barrett's report. You didn't wait till you got your fucking shit. This is their way of trying to make it seem like they don't. I didn't have anything. I couldn't have. I didn't have anything. I just gave it all. Whatever I got, I just gave it right to the FBI. That's not true. That's not what they did. The next report, 213. June 29th. Between November 25th and December 7th, I received a thumb drive from WSU Police Department. The thumb drive had a listing of license plate WSU parking had on file. Now remember I told you, now that we know, ready for this? Wait, what does that say? Parking? Bryan motherfucking Kohberger had 7 parking tickets, you guys. We just found this out because we got to see the apartment pictures. 7 parking tickets. A white Elantra, 7 parking tickets. Dude. Hello. They went for these on the 19th of November. Okay? They went for this shit on the 19th of November, had all this information on white Elantras, any white Elantras. They said any white Elantras. They got from WSU, Pullman, Moscow, okay, the campuses. Dustin Blaker, you don't write a report that says, oh, between November 25th and December 7th. I couldn't tell you what day, but it's between those days. Well, how did you determine that was between these days? Because you know what's interesting about that you want to use the 7th? That's the day that the FBI receives a video or a still image, rather, that what's his name uses to determine, oh, hey, yeah, they sent us a video on the 7th, or they sent us a still image on the 7th. It's in Immel's report. Or wherever the fuck that is. Here it is. The submitted video received on December 7th, which I believe was the pullover. The pullover. I believe that was the pullover. The submitted video, like what video? The submitted video received on December 7th was retrieved or was reviewed to determine the questioned vehicle's make, model, and year. Due to insufficient image detail, the vehicle's make, model, and year could not be determined. I was like, it's interesting about this. Why the other one, he said he went to the 13th. This one, it's to the 7th. And he had a thumb drive, and it was from the WSU Police Department. Don't you think the WSU Police Department would have, and be like, oh my God, we have this white Elantra that just keeps getting ticketed out here? And then it said, the thumb drive had a listing of license plate WSU parking had on file. I provided this thumb drive to an FBI employee. You don't know who? Fuck yeah, you do. You gave it to Maria. Then the December 20th video, you know where that's from, right? That's from Vargas going and grabbing the Safeway video. Why would Vargas grab it if Blaker's the one dealing with them every fucking day since, I don't know, November 25th, according to him? It gets way worse. Check this out. So literally, the bolo goes out internally. And the first 12 cars that they find is Bryan fucking Kohberger's. I said, no, they knew about Bryan Kohberger on the 19th. They knew about Bryan Kohberger on the 19th. The FBI did. No doubt about it. You guys know how much money is going to be into IGG here really soon? What's the next? What's up, Legs? What's the next one? These fucking lying bitches. $158. What's the report from Tyson on there? 218. This is why they weren't going to be calling Tyson Barrett to the stand. And Taylor was going to have to do that. Check this out. Why would Tyson Barrett, look when he fucking writes this up. Same thing, July 13th, because Ann Taylor was all over it. July 13th, 2023. Here's me. What the fuck? What the fuck? 11/19, 2022. I said, okay, yep, that's what I'm talking about. What happened on 11/19? Tell us. Okay, well, on 11/19, I emailed this person at the U of I Office of General Counsel frequenting a list of vehicles with parking permits on campus or had been ticketed between 8/1/2022 and 11/13/2022. Don't you think they would have done the same thing for Washington? They did this shit on the 19th, motherfuckers. Okay. Bryan Kohberger had 7 parking tickets. 7. And he kept getting them. Okay. He kept getting them. He got them after the murders. You understand that? You understand once you put that in your system, it flags your system. So then when Bryan Kohberger would have gotten a parking ticket after 11/19, it flags the system. Oh my God, a white Honda Elantra just got a parking ticket. Go look at those parking ticket dates. He got one on, I believe, 11/21. You guys know this, right? I'm telling you guys. I fucking had an epiphany after my deep diving ass. We did like, I don't even know how many hours. Because I was like, I'm going to get down and I'm going to expose Blaker's ass. I'm gonna open his ass. Because Ann Taylor was going to open his ass. You guys, they had Bryan Kohberger off of the fucking parking tickets. No doubt in my mind. I don't care if they want to say whatever the hell they want to say. Okay, they can say whatever they want to say. This would have looked what it looks like. So he committed 4 murders, but continues to get parking tickets. Exactly. You would never want your car to be just ringing up parking tickets. You guys, he kept getting parking tickets. Like, you know how dumb that is? So here, like anything, if you are asking someone to put you in a system and then flag for certain criterias, like that's what's going to happen. That's how license plate readers work. That's how good systems work. I couldn't believe this, but the same thing happens with WSU. Okay. And not only did they do it for parking tickets, guys, then they expanded because look at what came. There is a different email that would have been sent out because look at on 12/8/2022, he receives an email from this broad, okay, that contained a spreadsheet showing U of I records for parking passes and parking tickets. Okay. But look at what it's for. How would you know on 11/19 that you're looking for white Honda Elantras on the 19th? How would you know that? How would you be like? Nobody has said white Honda Elantra, have they? Who has said that? Read this. Good old Tyson Barrett, though. Slippy, dippy, dippy. 11/19. I emailed at the U of I, and you know how he knows that date because there's an email for it. At the U of I, General Counsel requesting a list of vehicles with parking permits on campus or had been ticketed between 8/1/2022, start of school, and 11/13/2022. The request was made to assist investigators locate persons who owned vehicles of interest in the ongoing homicide investigation. The vehicles of interest. On 12/8, bitch, you gonna get back to me on 12/8? Are you fucking kidding me? Or is that just when on 12/8, I received an email. Wow, that's a long time for you to just put in some criteria and whip it up. Ridiculous, but whatever. I received an email from this person that contained a spreadsheet showing U of I records for parking passes and parking tickets for any white Elantras. Wait, any white Elantras? Wait a second. But up here, I thought you said who own vehicles of interest, like because it could be on 11/19. What vehicles are you going with? Because the FBI don't give you a vehicle on the 19th. In fact, you pieces of shit, they don't give you a vehicle, this chart, until the 23rd. This is all lies. The email containing the spreadsheet was forwarded to the investigation team. Is that right? But you guys, the FBI has had Bryan Kohberger's name, but the FBI was co-located there. It was Rob Hill, Immel, Balance. They had his name because if you had the parking tickets, you had his fucking name. He was just getting parking tickets left and right. A white Elantra. Criminal justice student. Oh, imagine that. Oh my God, from Pennsylvania. Look at this. Mm-hmm. And why it was so important then that they acted like they couldn't get and didn't have those files from the 1112. You got Maury acting like he doesn't have access to it and he can't control it from the back end. Oh my God. You got Linda Lane, owner, saying, oh, guess what? We're missing a batch from this time to this time because the system reboots. Bitch, if the system rebooted all of your fucking shit, not one camera, all of your cameras would be down during that time. Who are you talking to? Why would you only reboot one of your cameras? That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And who reboots a camera every fucking day? Nobody. I don't reboot my camera ever. In fact, it talks to me all the time because I don't. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. It wants me to do some crazy shit and I'm like, go fuck yourself. This is ridiculous. And so I was like, okay, so everybody wants to hone in here on the November 19th. All that matches December 19th. We got that number right. Maybe you just got the wrong month. But I was like, no, I think it's more like in here. Then if that wasn't enough, like how many reports do you have to see that this man, Blaker, what were you doing? You were just doing nothing all these days? Blaker, you were involved with everything that was huge. Everything. In fact, Maria hits Blaker up and says, hey, can you go searching the Ames tickets for Elantras? The Ames tickets is what they use for their system. That's when I was like, oh my God, you're her bitch. Okay, 158. 223. What report is this one? You guys, they immediately determined, okay, this is why Aunt Taylor was freaking out. She's like, well, if you guys immediately determined that the person drove out West Palouse, right? Then why aren't you getting the cameras that belong to these businesses? You guys should have had the you're going to catch this vehicle leaving if it went that way. Check this out. Here's Blaker. Blaker. Look at this. During the course of this investigation, are you fucking serious? During the course of this investigation, who's filling out reports like that? Nobody. You're not like, what do you mean during the course of this investigation? What are you smoking? During the course of this investigation, I had this person, manager for this was great. This is the Palouse Properties owner, or the manager who runs the Palouse Properties. They oversee all of these rental agencies, like all the rental property that's there on campus. Go check it out. You would have had a relationship with this person for years because that's who's going to help you with crime shit, right? Here, he's like, during the course of this investigation, hey, I do not have a date, okay? But this dude hits me up, who's the manager for Palouse Properties, okay? And he reaches out to me, Blaker, and asks if I wanted information about his past tenants and information on anyone who might own a Hyundai Elantra for the properties he manages. What? Well, that's convenient that you don't know the date. You guys, why wouldn't he just write like he's done on these other ones? Between November 25th and December 13th. Why wouldn't he write something like that, right? Because he can't. Because he knows that this is traceable. You know how it's traceable? If you go and you talk to the Palouse Properties and you see either his phone records, okay, or you see an email, okay? And he knows that. So he's just going to put this down, and depending on who this schmuck has as a lawyer, then they can go go fetch. This is why you're supposed to write reports when you do the shit. Not on July 26, 2023. I provided the Hyundai Elantra information to the FBI, as they were the ones collecting any vehicle information and making lists of potential suspects who might have any relationship to the victims. You guys, there was 7 different charts. I thought, right? How about we give this guy a call tomorrow? I want to talk to him. This is insanity. This is beyond insane. You guys, I've never seen, like, why aren't they jumping from the rooftops? Like, we fucking did it. We got this piece of shit. Somebody that fucking stabs 4 innocent people and does what Bryan Kohberger did. Like, why aren't you going crazy? Like, this is how we got him. Fuck yeah. Fuck that piece of shit. This is the lab we use. This is how awesome they are. Like, this is how we did it. We busted our fucking. This was such a group effort to the point of we did this. The hell? No, that's all we see here. And it's because, listen, you got the right guy, but you violated the fuck out of our rights, right? Is that what happened here? And we can't admit that because then we're going to let a killer go. You guys, this is the stuff that the Karen reads, this is the type of information that you would need if you were a defense attorney, which she had. Ann Taylor had it. Why wouldn't you use it? Why aren't you going to trial? She had them. Unless you have a cooked ref. But again, that doesn't mean he's innocent. But I'm telling you, I think that you could have beat these charges because of this shit that they did. This is pretty crazy. You guys, there is not a single report, not one, where they used 2 people to transport an item. Like, that didn't happen. They didn't say, hey, I'm going to drive halfway. Will you meet me halfway? And I'm going to pass off this piece of evidence to you. But they did that with the sheath. What? I personally believe it was like, listen, we got this guy, give him the plea deal so that, because otherwise there's people's careers that are going to be ended if this goes forward. It's that crazy. You know, Vargas can't be over here just finding nuts left and right. Blaker was trying to distance himself. What it looks like on paper is that Blaker was trying to distance himself and using Vargas to say, here, go pick up this video. Go get, oh, hey, call this person right here. I mean, I can't. I cannot believe what we uncovered over here with Dustin Blaker. I mean, it's bad. Payne's a 2-year guy. Okay, Payne's not doing shit. Like, Blaker, who's been there for how many years? Okay, he has all these relationships. He knows the people from Pullman. He knows the people from WSU. He knows the FBI task force people. He knows the FBI people. Okay, Blaker has built up these relationships. Blaker would know how to do things to, yeah, just don't write a report. What? Yeah. You guys, Ann Taylor's requests force these people to write reports. Dude, look at Danny Vargas. We can prove that they were forced to write reports because after they arrested Bryan Kohberger, guess when they were writing reports? Like within a week, within a day, within 2 days of when they did something. That's when they started writing reports after the arrest of Bryan Kohberger. Like if they did something on January 15th, they were writing a report on January 20th, January 16th. If they did something on March 10th, they're writing a report on March 15th or March 10th sometimes. And I'm just like, this is so obvious. Like, what the hell is going on here? But and then this guy, Chris Engel, August 2025. This is after the plea deal. A vehicle of interest had been identified from surveillance cameras in the area of the crime around the suspected time of the crime between 3 and 4. FBI analysis had identified the vehicle as a 2012 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra, likely white or silver. Likely white or silver. A distinguishing feature of the vehicle of interest was the shark fin style antenna at the top rear of the roof. The vehicle was suspected to have last been seen headed westbound towards Pullman on West Palouse River Drive around 4 a.m. Do you understand what that would mean for him to write this? Well, when you write a report 3 years later, I mean, what the fuck? But you'd ask him so many questions about that. On September 28th, 2023, I reviewed my files and located, this is somebody that refuses to give their name up from the MPD. I reviewed my files and I located an Excel spreadsheet and notes I had taken while calling all commercial properties in town, asking for video surveillance during this investigation. I scanned and attached both spreadsheet and video requested forms. I filled out for Applebee's location on, and I was like, oh my God, this is really important right here. This is like super important. This is to get out of town the one way. Like if you're going to be going out, from that side of town, like that's a really, really important road. Like, this is Ann Taylor asking and saying, where is all this shit? Where can I find this stuff at? Remember, she's asking for video surveillance from a construction site. I know why now. It'd be something that she would want like immediately. Because it's the way out. That would like the way that you're saying in this vehicle traveled. Palouse River, if you continue to go, it turns into sand. But where sand is and before sand is, there's a 95 split, and there's commercial properties over there. And none of these videos have this white car. Like how Pullman has the video at 5:35 and shit. How does Moscow have this? How did they not have this car leaving? So I don't know. I this would have been a bitch to be a lawyer for this case. I think this is just all over the place. People say it's the easiest. No, it would have been easy to prosecute. Well, I went through all the list of 110 with the help of Bella here. We went through the list of 110 witnesses for law enforcement. You guys, these people, there's no reports for any of these people that we have. No report. Jeff, we know who you are. A lieutenant from Washington County, Idaho, Department of Corrections, case manager. Rich Alderson, he wasn't going to be called. Shannon something or other, he's from Caldwell, Idaho. James Ashley, he's FBI, special agent. Janine, she's in the lab. Eric Bailey, the 2017 Shoshone County Sheriff Patrol. Rathdrum Police, he was... these people. Nick Balance, fuck if you were going to testify. But we found his replacement. Wyatt, ISP Lab, Heather, Jared, we know who they are. Dustin Blaker. Jennifer, who the fuck are you, Jennifer? Vince, FBI from PA. 911 dispatch. Brooke, that's an E. Chamberlain, not important. Gary Cooper, Western Idaho, law enforcement, Idaho Post Academy instructor, 2018 to present. Eureka PD, so California, I think. Shane Cox, going to testify some Amazon shit. Sean he's with the FBI. He's a photographer. He's a photographer, rather. Photographer, what the fuck? Catherine Dace White, she's ISP Lab. Don Daniels, Shake It. Gary Dawson, 3/17/2025, prosecutors, there was a response to the defense motion in limine, and they were bringing him in to testify about the tox levels. He's board certified. Elizabeth D'Angela. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what she was going to testify to, but shit. Justin Dean, he's with the MPD. Fucking nobody. Chelsea, she's a certified scientist. I think she's out of PA. Michael Douglas, Catherine Zeta-Jones's better half there, and we know what he does. Darren Dukes gonna testify that I pulled that bastard over. Candy Flora, I'm telling you, she's a stripper. Okay, she's undercover law enforcement stripper. I'm telling you. Jason Gage, Boise psychologist. Who knows? Maybe he's law enforcement. Eddie Garcia, he's in Boise. He's an engineer. Again, we pegged him as possibly building that fucking dollhouse. Darren Gilbertson, again, no reports. Darren. Shane Gunderson, oh my God, no gloves. Gunderson. Nicole, this was going to be who she testified in the Daybell case. She's a phone person with the FBI. She's a tactical specialist. She testified in Chad Daybell's case, Lori Vall's case, and I think she was going to be used if Nick Balance got the boot. Rob Hill, Cody Herman. I mean, geez, Cody, what are you going to be testifying to? Rob Hill, dude. Rob Hill's chasing tail. He's chasing tail lights all over, Moscow. But hey, guess what? You're missing some very important camera footage from Linda Lane, right? You have no idea where these cars. You have no idea where these cars are coming from, but they're just showing up, right? You're not checking any of the other cameras to say, okay, well, are we checking these other commercial properties around? I mean, come on. They're just coming out of nowhere, coming in hot. Carrie Hogan, ISP Lab. Ryan Hoxie, ISP Detective. Diane Hoffman, no fucking clue. She's huffing a bud somewhere. Alexandria, I don't even know her last name, but we think she's with the professional counseling development. She's with the collection waste management. Who knows? She might be a registered nurse. She's got a lot going on. Anthony Immel, we know what he's going to testify to. He's going to testify to, listen, I have no idea where these fucking cars were coming from. Okay. They were sending me these vehicles. These are the dates that I was being sent these vehicles. I would tell them based off of, I didn't know where they were. And no, I did not use them collectively. I use them independently. Okay. Based off of whatever I received that day. That's, he's going to, that's what he would have been testifying to. And he's going to testify that he gave him 7 charts. 7. Jessica Kelly, no idea who Jessica Kelly is. Maybe Jim Kelly's wife. I told you guys, Jason Knight, we have a little bit of an update here. He is a regional security advisor. Maybe he's moved up the ranks. Michael Lang is a U.S. Attorney's Office, Western District of Washington, 11/14/2022. He was fentanyl ring, U.S. Attorney Office, Mike Lang, taking down people. Roger Lanier, I mean, geez. Soft-spoken Raj. I don't know what he was going to bring to the table. John Lawrence, retired in December of 2022. He's the one that originally called in the Idaho State Police at 12:22 p.m. Get your asses down here. 4 fucking dead bodies. They're students. Get down here. That's John Lawrence. He's the one that said, oh, hey, we're going to name Blaker and Payne detectives. They've never been detectives before, but we're going to name them detectives. We'll call them in. Justin Leary, PSP trooper. He was involved in the arrest of Bryan Kohberger. Vincent Lopez, not a clue. Karen Lowe. She's from LabCorp. She's a project administrator from Boise, Idaho. Give it up for Karen. Catherine Mabutt, the Moscow coroner. Casey Macy, she is Tim's little side piece. She passed off the sheath on 11/16/2022. Taylor, whatever you want to call her last name, Mahalik, who gives a shit? Idaho State Police Lab. She was going to testify some reports. Number 54, Christopher Manson. Just kidding. Maynor. PSP. He makes $154,000 a year as a corporal, like hella bucks, and he can snipe you down. He is a shooter. Okay, run. Tara Martinez, again, she was going to testify to hella reports from 1 to 46 with the Idaho State Police Lab, and what they took from the house, whatever they were given. Jason Maslin, he is a pilot, okay, out of Pennsylvania. So who knows? Maybe he flew the fucking pilot, flew Bryan up out of there. Yeah. William Maynard, PSP from 2012 to 2023. He makes $134,000 a year. He's a trooper. Carol. Carol is a retired ISP retired employee. Carol McKenna. She retired in July of 2024. Jade Miller. Jade Miller did all the fingernails. Idaho State Police, Jade Miller. James Millar. Okay, different than Miller. James Millar. Millar. He is an Idaho State police officer out of Boise. He looks like he could be 16 years old. Babyface. Michael Macchiato. No, don't really know what his last name is. I think it's who gives a shit? He's FBI special agent. He's a financial crimes insurance scams dude. Okay? Okay. Aaron Morris is with the Moscow Police Department. Aaron Morris. Sherry D. Love it when you're in here. Sherry D. So have you guys heard any of these names? This is who's going to be testifying in the Kohberger case. That's because the way that they were headed, totally not what you guys think. Lawrence Mowry, he would have gotten his ass literally handed to him on the stand. I don't even know if they were going to call the dude. Not even playing. I mean, maybe they would have had to, but Bill Thompson would have had that direct, so small, so narrow, like his asshole, like tight as hell, to not let Ann Taylor just eviscerate it. Leanne Mueller, not Ferris Bueller, but Leanne Mueller. We don't know who the fuck she is. She's clearly not that important. Okay, TLO could not find her. Timothy Mullins. He is an autism coach. Okay. Yeah. Timothy Mullins. Me, and Timothy. Right there. Autism coach in, I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. In 2021. He works as a supportive behavioral resource out of Philly. He's out of PA. Annette Murphy. Not a clue. Annette. Reminds me of Annette Hargrove. What a hoe. Brian Knoll. PSP trooper. You guys know anybody on this list so far? Couple names. Ann Nord. She was going to testify to some of the lab reports there. She's an Idaho State Police lab manager. But she's out of CDA. She's not out of the Meridian lab. So it would have been interesting to see what they needed Ann Nord for. Rylene Nolan. Let me tell you something. That girl's got a mouth on her. She wasn't taking Ann's shit. Little snappy one. Next up is Mitch Noonans. He would have been, I think, one of the opening acts for the prosecution. Mitch Noonans, MPD, first responder. Next up is Ryan O'Neill. Now, let me tell you something about Ryan O'Neill. He dealt with all of the CIs. He was Kingpin CI boy. Okay? In fact, he would just fire CIs, use them, and then when he didn't need them anymore, they're pathological liars. Special agent out of the FBI. Idaho, Boise office. Next up. Brett Payne. Brett Payne, according to his work, didn't do anything important. No report worth a damn, because he just went off of the work and influence of everybody around him. He says that he has no training or experience. He's never wrote a search warrant in his life until this case, and he will not be able to recall or remember anything. I think his testimony would have taken 3 days. Next up, Maureen Polton, FBI Special Agent, Philly, Financial Investigator, Health Care Fraud, National Security. Annette Hargrove. Give it up for fucking Annette Hargrove. You guys know what that's from? Come on, man. Somebody tell me they know what that's from. Deb, love you. Love you. Lana, you can provide your email address. Oh, it's usually always floating in chat. Someone throw it in chat. Suspicious Minds, thank you so much. Moonvale, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Back to backer. Annette Hargrove. You guys know, come on, name me the, come on. Cruel Intentions. Annette Hargrove. Come on, guys. What a hoe. That coked out hoe. Maureen Polton is a national security expert, healthcare fraud investigator. She's with the FBI, special agent out of Philly. Hugh Powell, again, horrible writer. Can't write a report to save his life. He doesn't know whether he should write the date that he's actually, completing the task as the date that he's writing the report, or what. He must have been trained by none other than Mike Van Leuven. Unfortunately, Gary Tolson didn't make the cut for prosecution. I just think that they're not ready for Gary to tank. Next up is Alex Prosecco. Maybe that's not his last name, but it sounds way better. Say it like you drink it. He's out of Hayden, Idaho. He probably hangs out banging uglies with Jennifer Drake. Says he's a soccer coach. We don't believe that. You guys, come on. Says he's a soccer coach, maybe in his spare time, possibly a math teacher as well. But he is definitely a special Palestine speaker. Excuse me. I don't even know if these people exist. We don't even know if this is real. Cheers. Next up is Rebecca Quinn. She's an FBI specialist in child porn out of Philly. You guys can't make this up. And then Gideon Roberts. Now, giddy up, Gideon. He was all over the place, but I can tell you what, horrible report writer. And Ann Taylor would have had an absolute field day. Jonathan Rosinski, out of Moscow, Idaho. He is a police officer there. Gopher, basically, he could have potentially sunk. So could Ryan Schneider. Detective Mowry in his book of lies. It's if these guys want to cover these people up or cover for them, put blankets over them, Christopher, I don't even know this last name. I'm going to call him Roach. I think it's Rochard, but Rochard. DOJ Financial. We don't really know what he's doing right now, but he's definitely with the Department of Criminal Justice in some way, shape, or form. My favorite name here is definitely Lorelei. Love the name. Gonna give her some props there, out of Philly. FBI special agent. She's in the financial crimes computer-based division with the expertise with cybercrime. Definitely don't want to fuck with her. Don't you be catfishing that bitch, okay? Speaking of catfishing, have you guys seen, what was that Netflix? Yeah. What's it called?
It's a long ass name. It's new. Just tell them to check something on Netflix for catfishing. Right?
Okay. It's a new Netflix show.
Don't give away.
It's actually not a show. It's like a documentary type of thing.
Don't give away.
I'm not going to give away anything about it, but it is the absolute craziest shit I ever watched last night. Was it last night? Yeah. It's not Don't Fuck with Cats. That's one of my favorites. It's a really long name, and it has something to do with people cyberbullying with text messaging. Oh my god. But guess what? That was my witness. Did I call it?
In the beginning, I was shocked.
I called it. I called who it was going to be. I'm not going to say anything. Go watch it. Anyways, moving on. Jake Schwecke. What a name. ISP detective Jake Schwecke. Jake was just running around towards the end of this case and literally filling out reports. And I think Aunt Taylor was going to plant him. And Jake Schwecke is saying that he was running around at the end collecting videos, but he didn't collect the videos when he wrote the reports. He was writing these reports saying he collected a ton of video that really like other people were collecting. But it would have been really interesting to hear from Jake Schwecke, who claimed to collect all these videos on November 20th, 21st, 23rd. Just wild shit. Leslie Lehman and Kristen Noah left off the ticket. Those two broads were literally air humping in Moscow, Idaho. From the moment this case hit, they were walking around doing the neighborhood canvassing. Have no idea, like they were the ones that were collecting video, or supposedly collecting video, or supposedly saying, "Hey, this person doesn't have the video." Then miraculously, these people get video. Unbelievable. I think Ann Taylor would have been calling the Kristen Noahs and the Leslie Lehmans of the world, especially if you just want to just show, wow, you're bad. Eric Seat, ISP lab worker. He was going to testify to some reports that he did. Jeremy Shepard. Like, who are these people? Jeremy Shepard. Well, he is from Indiana, maybe Cincinnati, but anyways, he's big with LexisNexis and software development. So maybe he was going to be something to do to combat Cy-Ray. Not really sure. Vina, that was the Emmy. Kate, I'm going to go with Sire. She was an autopsy assistant, University of Washington, Spokane, ME, 2024. Not sure why she's on the ticket. But hey, maybe she was a rebuttal, for something that was going to be going on. Tim Smallridge. Tim left for work one day. Everything was fine. Tim, he's in the evidence room. He came back to work the next morning and he heard beep, 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 beep. Oh my God, he realized that the fridge, it's at 60 degrees. Holy shit. We got to get all of this evidence that we have in this fridge to a different fridge. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how I found out that Tyler Yelk's DNA never made it to ISP labs to be checked against anything. Neither did the majority of the people that gave DNA swabs. And how you would know that is you go and check out Tim Small's report that he wrote up, and you're going to see all the evidence listed. So he has no idea what happened, but it was not him. He left and everything was fine. He came back hearing beep, beep. Okay, so that was number 86. We're missing a page. Well, we're missing 10 people, but moving on. Jeff Tanzola, FBI out of Philly, special agent, computer forensics. I've heard of him. This was going to be the big question, if the FBI actually got into Bryan Kohberger's phone or not. Before there was a warrant, it's really, really a sad state, but yeah. Joseph, he's with the FBI, PSP, 2000, he switched up. Oh, Justin, if you meet me halfway, take the sheet off me. He was Halfboy Sheath with Chad. Neil Urig. Neil leads, he leads the Masons over there. What are they called? God. He is a Freemason. There you go. He leads the Freemason meetings, man. Go check him out on Facebook. He has his outfits that he wears. He is 100% all in Freemasons. But yeah, he's a digital guy. Digital forensics. Mike Van Leuven. Notice that there is nothing written by him because he fucking sucks. Okay? I can't even speak enough about him that I'm not even going to say a word about him. He is absolutely horrible. Yeah. Danny Vargas. Well, I'm curious if she's going to put her career on the line and lie for anybody at this trial. That didn't happen. Tina Walthall, finishing it out here. Idaho State Police Lab. Eric Warner, one of the first responding officers. He was talking to Hunter Johnson. Would love to see that body cam. He doesn't really have much to say other than he stood by the door and he left for 3 minutes when he needed to go get some gloves. Number 103 is Christian Westring. Christian here. He is the director of Sheriff's Office Forensic Lab. He has a PhD in biology, professor at Purdue for crime scene forensics. We have him stacked. Nice job there. He is definitely in the motion that the state filed on 6/16/2025. And he was going to be an expert witness. Chad Wilford, that other half-sheath motherfucker. Again, Chad decided, I can't drive all this way. I need to transport this sheath 3/4 way. And he passes off the sheath. The most important piece of evidence in this case got passed off. Can you guys believe it? Well, that is why Chad Wilford makes the list, as well as Tommy Tupperware. These guys, no names, Idaho State Police troopers. Why in the fuck are they transporting something halfway and here will you just take it off my hands? I need you to help me with something. What? Just give it to Dustin Blaker, man. He probably would have broke it in half. Speaking of Dustin Blaker, remember? He did just break a table and told Ann to deal with it and shove it. Who really gives a shit if MPD held a knife sheath lab relay race anyways? Oh, this is crazy though, right? Stephanie Wilt, Idaho State Police Lab. She was going to be testifying to one of the 46 lab reports that they did. Jared Whitmer, he's a special agent out of Philly FBI. Sean Wright, no idea. That is way out of my league. Matthew Saki, how about that? Sock it to me. He's a PSP officer. He's with the SWAT team. So I'm guessing Matthew just took down those Kohbergers. Boom! Zip tied him. Too bad nobody wore any body cam. PSP doesn't wear body cam. I don't even know if they have body cam yet. Number 109, Shane Yeldon. Something like that. He's a Pennsylvania detective. He's definitely with the FBI Task Force Officer of 2025. You know, you can catch him on Patrol Live. He was in an episode on 1/7/2023. And he has a brother named Sean. So Shane and Sean Yeldon. Okay? You can catch him on an episode of On Patrol Live. It's the January 7th, 2023 episode. And he is part of the FBI Task Force in 2025. He's a Pennsylvania detective out of Wilkes-Barre. Okay? And Haley, you know, it's kind of like it's Youngling. She's in the lab. Where's Ed Jacobson? Where's Ed Jacobson? Like, he better believe Ann Taylor's calling him. Ed Jacobson's running for fucking sheriff right now, or chief of another district. He retired from the FBI task force to run for, I don't know, chief of some other area. Anyways, now I need to do a good laugh. I was searching for something and I stumbled across I was looking for some body camera. And I stumbled across one of my most favorite police chases of all time. This was, I stumbled across it a while ago, but then I came back to it recently. And I'm like, I need to share this with my channel because this shit literally is unbelievable. Is unbelievable. Um, I think it's this one. Hold on a second. I gotta get the good video here. Is this it? There's some really good ones out there. How far will my history go back if I want to look at my history to find it? Do I go like how, like, well, okay, here. All right. So tonight we're going to close up with this body cam. You guys, anybody out there watching Donna's lovely trial out there? Donna Martin graduate. I was watching what's his name? Jeffrey's old testimonies, and they just get me every time. I'm like, this motherfucker. Jeffy. Oh my god, have you guys ever taken the tour of Charlie Adelson's house? Hold on, I go through my history. I thought this is, it's too good. It's too good. Anybody buy tickets to the Wilbur? Anybody going to see Turtle Boy and Auntie Bev, Auntie Deb? Do you guys ever fall asleep when you wake up and you're like, what the hell was I watching? Like, what did this click on? This is not what I was watching when I went to bed. Yeah. How about the man caught his wife having sex with her son? How about that? You guys seen that one? These people are so sick. I'm like, how, what the Okay, I'm almost there. I've been going through all of my old stuff to like clip shit. That's why this is taking longer. Okay. Oh God. Gray Hughes. Gray Hughes. I was like, why is this in here? Oh, I was showing you guys funny shit from Gray Hughes. I was like, why the fuck was I? I wasn't watching that shit. Have there been any updates in the Amy case from the Netflix popping off? Anything with Amy? Okay. Here it is. Okay. 5-star GTA. Okay, minimize safety. That was it. Fuck, I couldn't think of it. All right. All right. Okay, let's see if you guys, what do you guys think about this? Here we go.
We got that Tahoe southbound Cleveland, passing Melrose.
Copy southbound Cleveland, passing Melrose.
9020. Shut the car off! Shut the car off! Shut the car off!
Drive into cruiser stiff.
It's southbound again, just passing Weber. West 96 is 1, 9052 is 2.
They only want one.
If we get somebody on 7 to get some spikes on Cleveland.
After an initial surge of 6 calls to dispatch, this final phone call came through.
Who did it? Who shot her in the arm?
Look at this. Look at this. Watch this. This is crazy. Again, this is in Columbus.
Eastbound Kenmore. Driver's a skinny male, black, all black with that construction vest. Coming up the billiter.
Watch this shit. What is he?
Northbound Delaware. Back over again. Traffic's lighter, speeds are in 40s.
What's up, William?
Happy time for north. Chopper's now, we're bringing them up.
Columbus Division of Police does not allow pits on high-centered vehicles, except in deadly force situations.
This is. I'm just like watching this.
At this moment, something horrifying happens as the suspect hits a dog that runs into the street in front of a family.
What? No, he doesn't. I think that was a mistake. Okay, this is my favorite part. He goes.
Northbound, the inside lane still. Passing cars on the left, speeds are 70. Spikes right south.
They try to throw spikes down. Watch what this guy does. He goes through the parking lot. He's just circling. I know where this is. This is crazy.
Westbound, parallel and Huey.
Watch this shit.
Going back eastbound towards Huey. Eastbound coming back up to the Sunoco lot. And northbound.
What you guys do?
Northbound, passing Cricket Wireless. Traffic's hanging up. We're now we have the snow northeast now. We have the backside. That's northeast back to southbound again, it's looping around. 92.1. Southbound again, phone businesses. So you want me to take a walk?
Like,
Most agencies are not going to box in an armed suspect without an armored bearcat due to the risk of crossfire, or simply putting themselves right in the face of an armed gunman.
Ram 71, 9052, number 1 again. He's losing control. And no call. They let him out of us. He's going to New Elementary now.
Wait for it. I couldn't stop watching when I saw this. This is crazy. Watch this. Watch this. Just put you down.
Crossfire!
There we go. Watch it right here again. Just blast him. Better.
Crossfire! Back up! Back up! Back up! Get to cover! Get to cover! Hang up! Get to cover!
He's got a gun open.
Hey! Timothy, come out here, hands up! Who's got eyes on?
No one's got eyes on
All right,
the window.
stand by. You got something to break it? Yeah.
He's trapped.
Watch your crossbar.
He's trapped.
Come out.
He's on the passenger side.
He's fine. He's
Climb
trapped.
out! Get out.
Hey,
Climb out now. Get the f out.
Come and get.
Get out.
Driver's side. He said he's stuck in the garbage.
Break that one.
Stick your hands out.
We need fire in the van.
Stick your hands out from under the airbag.
Airbag.
Huh?
I got
No,
You got eyes on?
Yep,
I got eyes on. I got hands. I got hands. Do not fucking move. Do not fucking move. Do not move. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Get him out. Get him out. Roll him over. Hang on.
Roll over. Get on your stomach.
Whoa. Let's go.
You got to get on camera now. You got me now.
Hold it
Tell me
out.
now.
Hey.
Give me my face. Give me my face. This was a handcuff from. Hey, little bitch. Hey, what's your name? Hey, little bitch. What's your name? What's your name?
Put him down. Put him down. Put him on his.
Fuck.
What's your name?
Put him down. Put him on his.
Just pull it up.
Get a good
What?
search.
No. No. No.
Get a good search when you guys get
This
down.
is the parking lot of 1784
Wow,
Chewy.
shut up. Let's go.
Shut up. I'll spill you right now. I'll spill you right now.
I'll spill you right now. Needless to say, I think he got a lot of trouble. Anyways, I caught myself watching that one night and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on?
There you are.
I'll spill you right now.
They have to redact because it's canceled.
And so, did you get with Zone 1? See if they can send a sergeant to the 4040 seat.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go to bed. Look at, there you go. Even redacting his dick and ass. All right, guys, take care. Over and out. Good night. Thank you guys for joining me over there at Birdie's Live. It was awesome. If you didn't get to see it, go check it out. And we'll be back tomorrow. All right, guys. Good night. Thank you again. Thank you, mods. Peace out.